Joining us right now is Axios co-founder Mike Allen. Good morning to you, Mike.
Good morning,
let's sort of walk through the state of play inside the incoming Trump administration and what it means to business.
Yeah, Andrew, Axios CEO Jim Vandehei are up with a behind-the-curtain column with the headline, Washington's open for business. And Andrew, I just can't emphasize enough the business inputs to this nascent administration and the business outputs that you can expect. So here in Palm Beach, you have CEOs over at Mar-a-Lago eating on the table, eating on the terrace, walking over to congratulate Trump. They've put names in that they want considered, and many CEOs and other business and tech leaders are being considered. So how is that going to net out? For winners, look for oil and gas. Crypto, you saw the Bitcoin touching 80,000 yesterday. Smaller tech companies, all going to be part of the business-friendly agenda, which is going to include new energy production, deregulation.
Let's talk about some names. And let's also just talk about the practicality of how this all gets executed, which is to say, for example, Elon Musk. Do you imagine that the role he has is a role that is confirmable, meaning that he has to go get confirmation to do it? Is it an advisory role? There's going to have to be, I imagine, from a conflicts perspective for so many of these individuals, are there going to be waiving of conflict rules? Is that going to create all sorts of other questions? How are you seeing this?
Yeah, Andrew, I wouldn't look for Elon Musk to have a .gov address. I wouldn't look for Elon Musk to be a technical part of the U.S. government. But he is a massive part of shaping, architecting this government. Interestingly enough, like his systems background, like built Tesla, built SpaceX, he legitimately helped the Republican ticket in Pennsylvania. He figured out they needed more transportation. They did it. He did his own rallies where he was treated like a rock star, like Trump. He's intimately involved in shaping this government. And Andrew, I'm told that former President Trump loves sparring with Elon. He loves the innovative thinking. You've interviewed him on stage. You know him. Like, he has quirky thinking. He's not afraid to talk out loud. And he's bringing a fresh eye to a problem that Trump has been thinking about for 8 years, including 4 of those in the wilderness.
Mike, do you believe the American conservative? I don't know if I think Rubio is going to get state. Don't you think? They mentioned Rick Grinnell as a possibility, Bill Hagerty, Vivek Ramaswamy. I would think is a long shot. He's young. Does he got the chops for state?
Everyone you mentioned is a legit possibility, and those are some of the jobs that are not baked. So an immense amount of work, and again, a lot of it coming from Wall Street tech business community, went into getting these options ready for President Trump. And now he and Musk are over at Mar-a-Lago hashing it out. And like, all those names are on the real list. And you said at the top, like, one sign of how things are going to be different is the fact that President-elect Trump posted yesterday 2 people who were not going to be in his administration, Nikki Haley and the former Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo. Like that, nothing, as Joe said at the top of the show, nothing usual about that. But it shows that this is going to be completely different. Right. And looking ahead to what business can look for in the administration, it shows President-elect Trump very willing to pick winners and losers based on who's supported him.
Right. Hey, Mike, talking about just a sort of wholesale shift in thinking, what did you make of the tweet over the weekend that Elon put out saying 100%, meaning he agrees with the idea that potentially the Federal Reserve as we know it and its independence and structure is effectively unconstitutional, which was the argument that we saw Mike Lee making over the weekend, that effectively the Federal Reserve is, in his mind, part of the executive branch, should be part of the executive branch, and whether you think there could even be a legal challenge to make it such.
Well, Andrew, earlier in the show, you expressed appropriate skepticism about the reality mechanics of that. But pull back the camera. It shows something very real, which is that Elon Musk is going to drive a lot of the debate conversation in and about this government. You saw this yesterday, where in the Senate Majority Leader's race, which everybody thought was kind of locked up for Senator John Thune of South Dakota with the other John, Senator John Corner of Texas in there, MAGA media, the online influencers started going all in for Senator Rick Scott of Florida. And it's a secret ballot. This will be Wednesday. And so what the Trump forces are trying to do, the president-elect has not endorsed, but they're trying to squeeze people to make public statements. So you saw Marco Rubio come out for his fellow home state senator Rick Scott, but driven online by Elon Musk. Elon Musk got wound up by Tucker Carlson, and Musk dropped a tweet endorsing Rick Scott in the Senate Majority Leader's race, which drove a whole new round of conversation. So that is the future. X driving conversation, rising power for that platform. Elon Musk as an idea generator, as an idea promoter, somebody who's going to be a massive hand voice in shaping the new Washington.